before we broke up.
How did you feel? How did you feel your guys did today?
You know, we played hard. Few mistakes. Close game. Two good Summerlin teams. I think we did a good job.
Have you seen growth? Have you seen from game one and maybe from your first experience with these guys? Have you seen growth and development?
For sure. I mean, I think we've approached it that way, where we wanted these 2-3 weeks to be about that, and our staff has done a great job kind of pulling that out of them here while we're in Vegas. I felt like we got a lot done in the practices before we left. I was excited for them to get a chance to kind of feel me and what that is going to be like, and then the games helped us as well.
Coach, after seeing Dante and Trey on the floor together, what are your thoughts on how they mesh well together?
I was waiting for the Dante and Trey question. It usually comes a little later. I've talked about this every time we play, every time we practice. To me, there aren't positions in basketball. If you have 5 guys on the floor that can defend the 5 guys on the other team, it doesn't matter whether you call them 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. Those 2 guys, I think, can match up defensively with other guards, and if they can play together, which I think they can, they really present a matchup problem. So I'm being a little bit facetious, but I do think that there can be a unique backcourt, and that's in my mind. I see them as a backcourt as opposed to a 1 and 2 or 3.
Is there anything that's surprised you about Dante's game so far in this early going?
No, I think Dante's. I think what we thought he was. He's young. He's got work to do, but he's a kid with a great deal of pride and a will to compete and improve.
Do you think this has been a rough week with all the extra media demands?
I think he's tired. I think just for anybody, let alone if you're 18. To deal with a lot of that stuff is a lot in addition to playing. But I think he's done well. He looks fatigued to me right now. I think that's natural. I'm not riding on the bus, so they know I'm not going. Okay.
Coach, talk about just the freedom of the offense and just some of the stuff that you try to get into. Running off of mates, getting into pick and rolls, off of transition if nothing is there.
We've been studying our offense. I think this was a good opportunity, and it goes back to playing Dante, Trey, Alec, Gordon, a lot of those guys. Hopefully we can get out in the floor and make plays for other people. It's, playing with pace, hopefully it's not just getting the ball up the court quickly, but it's sharing the ball and playing with the pass. I saw some moments here where I was really happy with how the ball moved. We're not perfect yet, never will be, but our spacing, a lot of things can improve. But I thought there was really a willingness and effort on our guys' part to play with the pass.
How good is
on that, playing with the pass?
Just the idea of the ball moving. I think if you run 100 feet and I pass 100 feet, I'm going to win. The ball moves faster than people's feet, and when you play with the pass, hopefully it keeps the defense guessing and on the move.
Did you have an idea of how good Rodney was putting the ball on the floor, getting to the hoop, finishing?
I think Rodney's more ball skilled maybe, at least than I thought. That's probably my fault for not watching as much. Coach Clay told me that.
He said he was not asked about his mid-range or his ball handling one time.
Interesting. Well, we're glad we have him, and I think he's got a great feel for the game, and he's capable of putting the ball on the deck. And obviously, his mid-range game showed tonight.
Coach, how do you feel like the relationship building is going with your team so far?
It's a process, I think a lot of it just begins with them trusting me that I'm going to coach them, and me trusting them that they want to do the things we ask. And over time, I think people tell you who they are. You know them by their actions as much as anything.
I know it's still early, Coach, but you really worked your way up, and we're anxious for this opportunity. What's it been like for you so far, finally getting this chance?
Oh, it's been great. The biggest thing is I'm part of a terrific organization, and that in and of itself makes the opportunity a good one. Having a chance to be head coach in the NBA is something that everybody in my profession aspires to. So having that opportunity, I feel very grateful.
Have you formed any type of expectations or goals for the team yet?
It's a little early. We haven't even had our whole team together. So I think our goal generally would be to keep getting better. We want to come every day, every practice, and it sounds like a cliche, but particularly with a group that's as young as we are, that's I think something we can aspire to.
The organization made a big commitment to Gordon Hayward. What's going to be the key for him in taking the next step forward?
Well, there's a lot of keys. I don't think I would boil it down to one thing. Gordon's a good player, and he needs to play that way, and we need to help him play that way.
you let Brad Jones coach, and you've been sitting on the sideline or on the other side of the court with Dennis and other Jazz guys. What's that been like? And what have you been able to observe from that?
Yeah, I mean, I had the team through all the practices, and that to me was more important than the coaching in the games. And you know, Brad's experienced and knew he was going to handle all that. You know, obviously he did a terrific job. You know, you saw the team. I'd let go, got out of the way. They were probably all grateful for that at some point. I never thought I'd be like a backseat coach, but they, our staff, Brad in particular, did a really good job, helping these guys, looking at video, trying to help them get better throughout the tournament. And the competition helps you. It's just the coach can help interpret that, and that can fuel the growth.
It seems like there's been a lot of coaching with Rudy, and there was a lot of talking to him today, and at one point they took him out to talk to him specifically. Do you like what you've seen from him this week?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that talking was him talking to the refs, and we needed him, have him on the court. So I think if you point to one thing too, that this is why we do these things. There's a maturity level, that we're trying to get. And Rudy's in that maturation process, as you mentioned, and hopefully he'll continue it throughout the rest of the summer. Guys, good?